Misfit Nation on the air, America's most dangerous thing. Misfit Nation.
Live, pal.
What are you gonna do?
Told you. We're gonna hang out, watch a movie,
It is the Misfit Nation.
take some pictures.
Welcome to the show.
Let's get a cock drop. Another cock drop in the comment box. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, Misfit Nation fans? It's Jake Hudson, the greatest of the great, the Don of the HWO. Telling you, if you like to see more, a show is like the Misfit Nation, come over to my channel, the Jake Hudson Show. Look up Jake Hudson on YouTube, because we are the best of the best. And you know what? All those prima donnas, we do it better over here. You can join the HWO and become part of the HWO Nation. And when you're part of the HWO Nation, it's for life.
If you want to support the Misfit Nation, you can buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/MisfitNation.
We all know they are very dangerous. We must get ready for it.
The Misfit Nation. Misfit Nation. Misfit Nation.
The Misfit Nation.
Misfit Nation.
The Misfit Nation.
Misfit Nation.
Misfit
8 in the morning and 5 in the evening, dog. There's some niggas in the courtroom around the country, man.
In the courtroom.
In the courtroom, arresting judges, motherfucker.
And crackers ban me niggas every day, my nigga.
Crackers shutting down the border.
Dog went to court today, they gave him 15. Cracker ban.
All right, I can't even listen to it. Ugh.
Yeah.
Just fucking
We should
quacks like a duck.
we should have just went with YMCA. I feel bad now.
I think we should have.
Yeah. Can we get a do-over?
A young man. Yeah. No technical difficulties. Thank you, Lisa Marie, for jinxing us.
Hey, no.
So now we have somebody else to blame.
It was recognition.
Yeah, I'm fucking nervous.
Nah, don't be.
Ugh.
Don't be. You just got to act like you've been here before, bro. It's cool.
All right.
It's cool.
And because of the technical difficulties, I haven't been able to do our normal intro. Welcome to America's Most Dangerous Podcast. I am America's Most Dangerous host. It is the Misfit Nation Podcast. I am America's Most Dangerous host, Crishaun the Don. You can follow me at Crishaun the Don on all social media platforms, but mostly X. Actually, just X. Fuck everything else. Suck dick.
I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, you already know.
Join along with.
It's your boy Skrill. You can follow me on Party, Twitch, and X at SkrillKill. SkrillKill. Appreciate you.
Why didn't you? Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Damn it, Lisa.
There it is. I don't know why it didn't show your graphic though.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
You guys heard the music. Follow
There
me.
it is. Hey.
Hey.
All right. Okay, well, let's see. What do we got to talk about? You want to get into the mellow thing first or Trump? Trump's first 100 days?
Trump. That's
something
important.
A positive?
Yeah, hell yeah. People talking about
the impending race war.
His approval ratings are the lowest of any presidents for the first 100 days. Oh, shut the fuck up. Who are you polling?
Exactly. That, and who gives a shit? It's his last term.
Word.
Gives a fuck.
Yeah. Well, is it his last term? I've seen the hat float around.
Listen,
Trump
God willingly, knock on wood.
Now,
we get a little Trump kingdom.
Before we get to the conversation, how do you feel? Like, how do you feel about that? Would you rock with that?
A third term from Trump?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. Isn't that like?
I mean, he's gonna croak at some point. It's not like he's fucking 35 and.
That's not the point. I'm saying, like, president's supposed to be 2 terms.
Says who? George Washington?
Yeah.
Yeah. When last time he did anything important?
He's been dead for years, Chris. He hasn't done anything.
He didn't have to deal with the leftists.
Listen,
I'm sure he did. But
I'm not saying I want fucking them to be in office. I'm just saying, like, I think the presidency should be 2 terms, because that's how it's always been, unless there's like wartime or some shit like that.
Well, FDR had like 4 terms, didn't he?
Did he?
And he just kind of
FDR had like 3.
Just kind of took them.
He did kind of take them.
Yeah. It was tyranny, Skrill.
But that's what I'm saying. If you look at FDR's takeover as tyranny, regardless of how you feel about his politics, you got to say the leftists would look at Trump's 3rd term as tyranny, and they would have somewhat of a point.
Am I wrong that it's FDR that was
one of these
in charge of the Great Depression?
No, I don't think you're wrong on that. Let's be accurate.
Or is that Roosevelt?
Let's be accurate. Hold on one second. Hold on.
It was after FDR they changed it. Oh, okay.
So what? Okay, so after
little rusty on our
after
American
FDR,
history.
they changed it to 2 terms, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 2 terms. Now, I'm just saying, where do we draw the line? Like, I love Trump just like any other Trumper, but where do we draw the line at?
I think
where things could go is what I'm saying.
I think it's as long as like you're not, because all right, the problem is with a lot of people, like for instance, Putin, right? He got elected. This is what they're telling us. He got elected, and then he changed the laws so that basically he'd be elected president forever. Kind of thing.
And he also he might have disappeared a few people trying to.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, okay.
We don't talk about that.
They really finna call us Russian agents now.
That may or may have not happened many years ago.
I don't know. We can talk about it more over some borsk.
And some vodka. Yeah, like that's where it gets to. Like, do I believe Trump is gonna kill people and disappear people?
Of course not.
Of course not. But that's where we get into though after Trump. Do I believe that some other politicians would? Yeah, but if we make it so that they can't, then I don't see the problem. If Trump, let me ask you a better question.
Okay.
If Trump ran for a 3rd term, would he? No, not even that, because I know you would.
I would.
But do you think he would win?
Probably. Here's the thing. If he ran again and the people chose him, then he should be able to stay. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be different if I'd feel different about it if he just stayed and was like, "Yo, I'm just here for another term." But
that's how they're painting it, and that's where I'm like, of course that I would be uncomfortable with. I wouldn't like it. I would actually be against it, right?
100%.
As much as I like Trump,
but if he ran again and he won legitimately, hey, fuck it, we here.
And if I happen to vote for him,
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, why not? But
that's funny.
I don't know, because here's the thing. I'm totally in favor. 100% in favor of DeSantis having a 3rd term.
Yes.
Actually, DeSantis just being, if you want to just be governor until you lose.
He could just be governor until he dies. Fuck it.
Well,
that's his lifetime job.
No, that's where we keep it honest. Until you lose. Until you honestly lose and people are like, no, you're done.
Well, his so how, I don't need to steer the conversation crazy, but his wife is going to be running.
Ugh.
Byron Donald's got my vote.
I'd vote for him.
Mm-hmm.
I'd vote for him.
Mm-hmm. Real quick, little local tidbit.
Only other time I'd vote for a colored.
No, this one's a good one. It's not an Andrew Gillum.
He might actually fix like the bad stigma.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And he's very much a gun guy, right? He's big Second Amendment guy.
Yeah, he's big Second Amendment.
That's all I want in Florida at this point. And another thing, self-defense. They need to start pulling back a little bit on self-defense.
What do you mean?
In that, like, the technicalities of it, I think make it to where, like, people are scared to defend themselves. Like
there's too many parameters to hit before you can defend yourself.
Like, I'll give you an example, right? If somebody goes up to you with a deadly weapon, I don't care if it's a knife, I don't care if it's a fucking wrench, whatever, a gun, goes up to you to rob you, I think you should be able to let loose as much as you need to, put him down, and then be able to stand over him and fucking let maybe 2 or 3 go. Just to make sure he's down.
Nah, you can't do that. You can't do that.
No. And this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Only in that, I'm being in the technicalities. Only in that situation, I think that should be permittable.
No,
especially if they come into your house, you should be able to, like, I wanted to make sure I put him down. Like,
if they, okay, look, I hear you, and I'm not against killing somebody trying to kill you. What I'm saying is there's a threshold, right? And we can't have it to where the threshold is too blurred. Also, when cops shoot somebody, they don't fucking go and double tap them, right? They do life saving. I'm not saying you have to save the dude's life, but you don't have to fucking.
They pretty much double tap him. They shoot him until he lets go of the gun, even after he's dead. And I have no problem with that. Why shouldn't we be able to do that?
Because they have to render aid still. Like, they don't just leave him there. They try to save his life. Even if they know that he's not going to make it, they still try.
Technically, so do we. We have to call it in. Just because I don't know, first aid.
You don't have a fucking, you don't have those little things that soak up blood in the curse and shit? You know, the little white shit? That's crazy.
Yeah. 911's like, can you do chest compressions? I'm like, I'm fucking posted up on a wall. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. He's not coming back, guys.
Yeah, my hands are getting a little messy. I'm going to stop.
You should be able to call 911 and go, yeah, 911, send the coroner. You're not going to need any detectives on this one.
I think that's how it is in Florida. Like, for most of Florida sheriffs will tell you they want you to defend yourself.
They'll tell you that. They're very specific about when people come into your house.
Come into your house, yes.
They'll like, oh, Florida, you can fucking... Yeah.
Don't break.
You could damn near torture that motherfucker.
Listen, if you break into a house in Florida, bro, you are a wild nigga. And that speaks to why we should be able to kill you in Florida if you break in our house, right? Because you have to be crazy to break into a Florida house.
Yes.
Just knowing how it is down here. It's bro.
I'm just saying, I think there's it's a circumstance that you're purposely going to, like, because they would kill you. Mm-hmm. You could safely assume that they would kill you if they had the chance.
Yeah.
The person coming to rob you.
Yeah.
So I think to have any scrutiny on how somebody handled that situation, I think I get you. It's almost like the guy that shot the pedophile that raped his son. And it's like, okay, I get you. It was reckless. Somebody could have got hurt, but nobody got hurt.
Yeah, nobody important
got hurt.
Yeah.
So cut him free.
But I think the judge was lenient on him.
That's what I'm saying, though. I think in those situations, if somebody were to actually do that, let loose, fucking empty an entire round or entire magazine on a motherfucker, reload, and then go over him and just double tap. I don't think there should be any like where you're tied up in fucking legal bouts and shit.
They're gonna make it rough for you for sure if you do that.
I get it. I get it.
Because they're gonna try and say it speaks to some sort of malice nature if you do that.
Yes, absolutely,
Which
it
is
does.
insane because
it should.
I just met violence with violence, and my violence won.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
We got a call, but
we got a call.
You want to
phone lines
do it?
Open?
No, I didn't even have it open, but we can.
Somebody just sneaked in.
You want to try?
Fuck it, they made it.
All right, let's see. Oh, missed call.
Ah, you fucked up.
Good. Now I'll just shut down the phone line.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. That might be the funniest technical difficulty ever.
I didn't know the phone lines were open. Yeah. We'll open the phone lines later, guys.
Yeah,
we're just kind of getting in the swing of things here.
We got way off.
Yeah, we got off. Maybe we'll
days.
get back on our self-defense during the Carmelo conversation.
Probably.
Trump, first 100 days. I mean, I'm happy with it.
Border secure.
Border secure.
Inflation's down. Interest rates down.
We found billions of dollars in wasteful spending.
Price of eggs.
Not
down.
only did we find it, the American people are aware of it, which is very important. I think gas is coming down a little bit, right?
Yeah, no, gas is absolutely down.
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. It's still up there, but it's
I saw a station that was like, it was like 250, 260.
I just spent $3.60 on gas today.
Yeah, but we have to put like real gas in our car.
I'm not complaining. It is what it is.
You put if you want to be like real, just put unleaded in that shit, and it's just gonna fuck up your engine.
I got a new car.
That's what I'm saying. You can't. We got to put premium in
fucking
our shit.
Supreme. It's like diet gas. Will make your car fat. All right. Yeah, I mean, look, has there been any arrests in the Epstein case? No.
No.
What else can we? Just to be fair, that there were some promises made, but I wasn't expecting them in the first 100 days. I'm reasonable.
Yeah, because he's still got time. You know what's interesting is the promises that he made. He literally has 4 years to do them. So I mean, it may not be quick as people want, but he has 4 years to do it. And then at the end of the 4 years, if he didn't do it, then we can be like, he didn't keep this promise.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
like give the guy fucking time.
People are impatient.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I don't know if this was a big rumor because I didn't see it, but you brought it up to me that Elon is leaving Doge.
Yeah, I saw that floating around last week.
Yeah, it's not actually true. What it is when the president puts somebody in charge of like a operation like that, they're considered what's called I believe it's special government employee, SGE as we call it in the business.
SGE. Okay.
And basically, when you're deemed a special government employee, you're only allowed to work 6 months out of the year as that employee.
Okay.
So I believe since it's only been 3 or 4 months, I assume he's just taking a break so that he can later on
keep going,
go back in and maybe do some final touch-ups or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, that's why now that I hear that makes sense of why they made it a 2-year thing, because he could technically work on it for a year.
A year, yeah.
Out of that 2 years.
Okay.
So, and then I assume they have other people, it's not just him in a fucking room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him
Like
and
Dexter.
a bunch of other nerds just doing the goddamn thing.
Crunching numbers.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's not leaving Doge. There's no like problems with him and Trump or anything like that.
Yeah, I didn't think there was. The rumor, I thought the rumor was based in maybe his company taking a hit. By the way, buy Tesla if you haven't already. I'm gonna buy some tomorrow when the market opens. I just got paid. Buy Tesla. It's down right now, and we're talking about a motherfucker who's trying to go to Mars. It's a good gamble.
Well, even just on the face of that, his company's taking a major hit because he's working with Trump. I'm not going to tell people what to do with their money, but if you
oh yeah, this is not financial advice, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, if you have the means,
yeah, if you got it.
if there's any way, I'm not telling people to go buy a Tesla even. So,
still trying to get that Cybertruck.
I don't know. But yeah, you got to give him his credit for taking that hit and still, saying, fuck it, I'm going to just keep going. I mean, he does have $400 billion. I'm sure he doesn't give two fucks.
He doesn't have to do it. He doesn't have to do anything that he's doing, but he's doing it.
Yeah. I mean, how many people, though, are probably second-guessing buying a Tesla now that you see what the lefties are doing to them?
Absolutely.
You might just go,
is it even worth it? I'm going to buy a car just for it to get keyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is that happening isn't that only happening in like mostly liberal cities, or is that happening in Florida?
I'm sure it might have happened in Florida. I'm sure if we looked it up.
Maybe a keying or something.
Yeah,
but did somebody blow up a fucking Tesla?
Nah, that's not happening in Florida.
That has to be extreme lefty cities.
It's fucking Oregon type shit.
Yeah, Portland.
Fucking
assholes.
Zombie land. Needle Street.
City makes them depressed, so they turn into liberals for happiness.
And it never comes.
Never comes. Oh well. Let's show this. You saw what Trump did with the posters on the White House lawn? Yes,
I did see that.
And this is again old school. This is vintage Trump, vintage trolling Trump here.
This is I'm here now.
This is I know I've been busy, but don't forget who I am. I'm still here. So
MSNBC losing their freaking mind.
This goes into the whole thing of like how the Democrats have been literally defending MS-13 gang members, murderers, and rapists. I'm not being hyperbolic, people.
Nope.
I know our fans are smart enough to know that. This is for the playback retards. But yeah, they've been defending Abrego. Is it Abrego?
Yeah.
Garcia. I have another clip that's pretty insane after this one, but this is how Trump has been kind of handling it. I'm actually going to play it because the news story kind of explains it.
White House has put up about 100 posters of what they say are unauthorized immigrants who have been arrested for violent crimes. You can see them there. They put them up on the driveway of the White House. If you look here, that's the West Wing just at the forefront, the executive mansion itself to the left. But what's particularly noteworthy about this location is it is right directly behind the positions where TV correspondents do their hits from the White House lawn. So therefore, no matter what network you're on, that includes MSNBC, if you're doing a hit from the White House right now, those pictures will be behind you. The White House doing a briefing in about a half hour about what
I love how he says it like you don't think Trump planned that? That's purposely done so that you fucking assholes can't ignore it. You literally had to do a news story on the posters.
He said including MSNBC so begrudgingly.
He went including MSNBC. I guarantee you the reason why they did this is because they tried to ignore it and people were commenting and like saying, "Why? What are all those posters behind your reporters?" You know what I mean? And they had to explain it.
Right.
Trump forced them to fucking explain it. It's wanted fucking convicted felons that are illegals in our country that we're defending, by the way. Listen how begrudgingly I have to explain this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this is Barron's handiwork.
You think Barron?
Yeah, this is meme culture type shit. This is meme culture shit, bro.
Yeah, but Trump's always been meme culture.
Yeah, but I think he's getting some ideas from the
younger,
from the junior.
Yeah, because I don't get Donald Jr. I don't think he's that kind of guy.
No.
Like he'll laugh at it and he'll get a kick out of it, but he's not the one that like stirs it up. He doesn't think about that.
Nah, this is coming from somebody in the family who grew up with MySpace and social media. Or well, not MySpace. I think he's younger than that, right? Yeah, he's younger than that.
I could see this being just a random idea from somebody.
Just
like where Trump was like, how do we combat this whole thing where they're defending it? And somebody was like, we should just put a whole bunch of posters on the front lawn And then what the fuck are they gonna do?
Take him down?
What are they gonna do? Yell at us? I guarantee you that's all it was. It was a random intern.
It's pretty clever.
It was a dude like fucking fixing a toilet, and he just poked his head in. You know what you should do?
The plumber?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Johnny?
Hey, T, you know what you should do?
You should just put a bunch of fucking posters on the lawn.
Yes. Those fucking illegal tamales. Just put them on the post all the pictures up.
Oh shit.
All right. And then here is actually an exchange that was pretty crazy. Did you see this where the guy was claiming Trump was arguing
yes.
with this guy about the tattoos on Abrego's hands and how, which is a big contested thing right now. Even like I've seen gang members, MS-13 gang members do videos where they're like, no, those are MS-13 gang.
Bro, I sent
tattoos.
you. Actually, I sent you.
You sent me that.
I sent you a video, which I think is
we can
probably
play it after, maybe.
Yeah, play it after. But yeah, it's. I saw this clip and it's interesting, just how easy these people just lie. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, it's easy. Well, Trump proved something in this one. It's easy to lie unless you have somebody who's like not gonna let you go past it. It's easy to lie if you can gloss over it.
Yeah. Let's move on. I want to talk about the economy. No. Hold on. Let's.
No, wait a minute. You
I
just
need you
said
to
some
acknowledge
bullshit.
the bullshit you just said.
You just said. Well, let's play it because it's a really, really good clip.
Murderers, criminals in this country. We have to get them out, and we're doing it. By law. And you'll pick out one man, but even the man that you picked out, he said he wasn't a member of a gang. And then they looked, and on his knuckles, he had MS-13.
There's a dispute.
Well, wait a minute. He had MS-13.
There's a dispute in that.
There's no dispute, dickhead.
It's only a dispute because you're lying.
No, the biggest lie is going to come when you finish this clip.
It's also a bunch of fucking like preppy liberals that don't know anything about gang culture. I grew up in the hood and I know little about it. I know more than, some fucking jerk off that didn't.
No, we know more than that fucking guy.
Than this jerk off reporter. Yeah, that's 100%. What I'm saying. That's pretending to be like so cultured and shit but then they don't really know. Because then the people from the culture will go, no, you're totally fucking wrong.
13 on his knuckles tattoo.
Oh, he had some tattoos that are interpreted that way. But let's move on.
Wait a minute. Hey, Terry.
He did not have the letter MS-13.
It says MS-13.
That was photoshopped.
All right, pause it real quick. Pause it.
It was Photoshop.
Listen to this fucking scumbag. The picture that he's talking about that's photoshopped is the picture of Abrego's hand with MS-13 written out over the symbols of MS-13. Now, if you're not a dickhead, you would realize that the marijuana leaf is the M. The what was it? Is marijuana leaf smiley face?
Smiley face is one.
The S. The cross is the 1, and then the skull is the 3.
And
it's clearly, and you see they have to hide their tattoos
because
of
the
their
police
affiliation.
know. Yeah. So they hide it in symbols. Yeah.
It's oh my god.
Right. Which is also sort of like a satanic thing, right? Hiding messages and symbols and shit like that. Yeah, and they're all a lot of them are Satanists. I don't know if they're all, but
I mean, for the vast majority, it's a satan. It's more of a satanic cult.
I was gonna say, I believe it's rooted in Satanism in some kind of way.
Human sacrifice. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's he just writes it off as Photoshop.
No. To be clear, it wasn't a write-off. He's trying to take the image of the one that they did Photoshop, where they had to put out the actual MS-13 on there.
To show what the symbols were.
He's trying to make that seem like that's the Photoshop, and that's where the MS-13 is coming from, instead of saying that it's the symbols.
By the way, this is how you also know they're fucking lying. You know the picture that they took with Van Hollen? With Van Hollen talking to him?
Mm-hmm.
You know they purposely hid his hands under the table because of the tattoos.
Yeah.
Like they told him, hide your hand. Like, so they know Why would they hide it if it wasn't really MS-13? Why wouldn't they show everybody?
Well, see,
show us.
The thing is, they're not trying to convince us because they already know. We know the fucking the jig is up. They're convincing their dumbass base, and their base is eating it up like always. I don't think there's any.
Not as much on the. I don't know about as much on the immigration issue.
Nah, we're talking about, bro. They were crying the other day about a fucking 2-year-old getting deported when the full story was the mom was here illegally, and instead of leaving the kid with nobody, they sent the kid with the mom.
Sent the baby.
That seems pretty humane to me. Did you want the kid to be in foster care with some weirdo?
Right.
Okay.
Getting rented out by 2 gays.
Holy fuck. Yeah, let's fucking talk about that.
Yeah,
what
exactly.
the fuck?
All right, let's finish this. I'm going with Photoshop.
Wait a minute. Hey,
Terry.
He did not have the letter MS13.
It says MS13.
That was Photoshop. So let me
That was Photoshop. Terry, you can't do that. Hey, they're giving you the big break of a lifetime. You know, you're doing the interview. I picked you because, frankly, I never heard of you, but that's I picked you, Terry. Hey, but you're not being very nice. He had MS-13 tattooed.
We'll agree to disagree. I want to move on to something else.
Terry, do you want me to show you the picture?
I saw the picture.
And you think it was Photoshop? Well,
Here we go.
Don't Photoshop it. Go look at his hand. He had MS-13.
He did have tattoos that can be interpreted that way. I'm not an expert on them. I want to turn to Ukraine, sir.
Terry,
I want to get to Ukraine.
No, fuck Ukraine.
He had MS, as clear as you can be, not interpreted. This is why people no longer believe the news, because
when
it's
he was
fake
photographed
news.
in El Salvador, they aren't there. But let's just go on. They
What?
aren't there when he's in El Salvador.
They weren't there, but they're there now, right?
No,
but they're there
in
now.
your picture.
Terry.
Ukraine, sir.
He's got MS-13 on his knuckles.
Don't let up. Exactly.
Okay?
We'll take a look.
You do such a disservice.
We'll take a look at
Why
that,
don't you
sir.
just say, yes, he does, and, go on to something else. Murder.
Why don't you just fucking come off it, bro?
Jesus. Why not just get on with things?
Because he's got the bug in his ear, like, don't let up.
I can't. Sorry, I've been trying to find the fucking backup Terry button for
I can't believe you
past
had that.
minute.
Hold on, Terry.
Back up, Terry.
Oh, Lord,
that would have
Terry.
been perfect. All right. Yeah. Again, though, like just like Trump said, it's fucking dishonest. Like that he just can't admit it.
Yeah.
I don't. And he writes it out with such a lame excuse. It's Photoshop.
Crazy.
What else do we have?
On Trump?
Did you see this clip that kind of resurfaced? I don't know if this blew up before and I just missed it. But that Trump and Biden almost got into a fight on stage.
It sounds like AI. I need to see this.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you the clip. It's one of those clips like that. It's from a distance. But supposedly,
what the fuck?
Supposedly, Biden was a little handsy with Melania.
He gets a little touchy feely, huh?
Exactly.
Oh, Dirty Joe can't keep his hands to
Dirty
himself. He's dirty in many ways, my friend.
Dirty Joe. Ugh. Disgusting. So tell me if this looks like a confrontation. Actually, I'm gonna mute it because it's just music. But tell me if this is actually a confrontation or if it's just people reading into it. But this is the first angle where it shows Biden. Now tell me if he's actually like grazing Melania's ass. He does the old slide down trick.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's an oldie buddy goodie. It still works. But you have to have some kind of...
You got to be subtle.
Some kind of history with her.
Holy fuck.
So... Now, what did you think?
It's hard to tell. Yeah, let me see it again.
It did look like a little grazed, but it wasn't.
It didn't look intentional. It looked like old man hands.
Old man wandering hands. Well, that's kind of the point.
I can't help it. I'm old.
Trump was like, "What the? Did you just touch my bitch?" He was like, "Yeah, look at her."
How could you not touch her?
Hey man, you touch her all the time. Who are you to talk?
Okay, wait. Let me see. Yeah.
All right, I guess the question would be if somebody did this to your wife, would you be uncomfortable or would you be like?
I'd be uncomfortable.
You'd at least look like, what the fuck?
I'd be uncomfortable.
What? I think for a man to touch another man's wife that low on the back, I think it's a little suggestive.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Nigga, I don't even like hugging your girl. I be dapping her and all that. All type of shit. Fuck you mean? What are we talking about?
I be doing the
yeah,
hey.
like, hey, what's up? Yeah, like, nah, bro. We ain't.
What up, sis?
Okay. They're older. I'm trying to show some grace.
Different time.
I don't know if he touched her ass. It looks like he just moved his hand.
All right, let me play the rest of the clip and tell me if this was a confrontation.
Okay.
All right, so that's where the graze happens, right here. Boom. And then there's sort of like a moment here. Trump leans in. And then people kind of surround like... Does it look... It looks a little like off, right? It doesn't look friendly. Or am I reading into it?
You know, I was going to say you're reading into it, but then why would everybody come in as if they were going to break up a fight?
That's the thing. They all looked tense when they came in, right?
Yeah, it was.
And they all like swarmed.
Yeah, in case they had to get in between people.
Right. And then let's like you'll see, like... Let me see. So it happens there. Trump senses something, pulls his girl close, and then goes, "What happened?" And he goes, "Nigga, you touch my bitch?" Nigga, you heard what I said, nigga. Touch my bitch?
You touch my bitch, nigga? You lucky a security here, bitch ass nigga.
Come on, man.
Ah, fuck your shit up, bitch ass nigga. They holding me back.
Trump did look a little like niggerish, right? Like he's ready to scrap.
I don't know if that's the word I'd use, but okay. If I will say it does look like he leaned in and was like, hey, watch your hands, bro.
Like he said something, and then Biden was like, what was that? And then Trump said, I said, watch your hands. Like he got a little extra with it.
And then people came over. That's the only reason why I think something may have happened is because people came over. There would be no other reason for people to try to see what was going on if he's just having a conversation with Biden. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think something was there.
I don't know. Man, are we reading too much into it?
I mean, people are saying it looks tense. I think Final Frontier says y'all tripping. I don't know if that's No, he says Jill is pissed. Maybe he was talking about something else.
Jill looks mad.
He had an end moment. Terry Strange.
When was the last time he touched Jill like that? Why don't you have your hands on your wife, nigga? The fuck is you touching my girl for, bro? I don't know. I might have spazzed too. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I don't think I'm reading into that one. I think something did happen there. Like there was at least a confrontation that got loud enough where people in the vicinity were like, "Oh shit, we need to." There was some
step up a little bit.
There was some earpiece action going on.
Yeah, we got a problem with Eagle Actual right now. Somebody go over there, please. It's fighting with the dodo bird.
Yeah, we'll move on.
Yeah. Shout out to Trump though. First 100 days successful. Looking forward to the go. Oh wait, actually, before we move on, real quick, I just wanted to shout out some more stats that the liberals are ignoring.
Go ahead.
more than $1 trillion in promised funds, investments, the auto industry potentially coming back with factories coming back to the United States. Airplane traffic controllers. They're going to be updating the towers. Do you know that there's some towers that still have computers that look like they're in the 90s and 80s? It looks like fucking NASA when they first went to the moon.
Like the whole room is a computer.
Yeah,
and some of them,
they got giant ass servers that outdated shit.
Right.
And according to the new transportation guy, Pete Buttigieg would get the money, but it wasn't going to fixing these problems, and he was blaming it on, well, if we fix the towers, we have to ground the planes, and we can't ground the planes, so we can't fix the towers. So where was the fucking money going?
So you don't want to ground the planes for what, like a day?
They're thinking about
reroute them.
They don't want to ground the planes, but they're coming up with a way to do it. But he committed today to fixing the towers and making it safer, and that's something that people.
He doesn't want to lose his job. Yeah,
I mean, well,
he's got a real boss now.
Well, no, Pete Buttigieg is out of there.
Oh, I thought you were saying it was Buttigieg.
No,
yeah,
sorry.
sorry.
Yeah, Buttigieg. Yeah,
he's been gone, right? Queer, toe tapping, useless. Oh, he's like raising a baby now.
Yeah, he tried to fucking breastfeed him. Fucking weirdo. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What is that?
Potential next president, by the way.
That's gotta do harm to a child.
Oh, absolutely.
Even those those fake ones, and I'm sure that's what he was using.
Yeah, he's using one of those silicone ones where you put the milk in it.
When the real father does that, I think that's got to do harm.
Yeah, it's
not natural.
It's not a fatherly thing, bro. That's not our role.
I think it does something to the father too.
Well, not unless he's a fucking fudge packer.
I saw a kid dressed in a dress, and it was a boy, and the father was as gay as he was. But they were talking like, "Oh, we're gonna go see mommy soon," but it was gay.
So he's cucked. Unless
he's getting pegged.
Hold on, we're not open-minded enough. Unless mommy is really just fucking Fred.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, it's like it's a dude.
Yeah, it's a dude. Could be a dude. Who the fuck knows nowadays?
I don't know, but I don't think you're calling him mommy. Are you?
You don't know what's going on in them bedrooms.
Not the kid though.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're probably right.
Really? we gonna go there?
Acting like there's some fucking sanctions.
Yeah.
In those fucking households.
Like they keep anything sexual away from the kids. Fucking kid playing with the dildo by accident.
As if anything is sacred in that house.
Yeah. Fuck out of here. Ugh. Filth.
Let's just fucking end it. Stop it. Stop. What are we doing?
I don't know.
God.
That's
it's
crazy.
like my grandparents. They talk about their time. It's World War II. People are going and fighting for the country, coming back, having kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Working on fucking Fords and shit.
We're gonna have to tell our kids that we had to fight for women's right to have their own bathrooms again.
Yeah, we had to.
We had to fight for that, tooth and nail.
All right. Where do we go? Oh, you know who's some people that aren't happy about Trump's first 100 days.
They melting down again. It's gonna be a great 4 years.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Well, I have two different kinds of meltdowns. First, I'm gonna show you the type of meltdown we know. And then I'm gonna show you a different kind.
Okay. Mixing it up, I see.
This is a quick one.
Oh. Is that a dude or a crazy chick?
I think it's a crazy fucking like Native American chick. They have strong
They
faces.
do have strong faces.
Yeah.
That's a face that'll make you go, how?
Or Samoan. Could be a Samoan.
Don't think you.
Now she's really mad about the tariffs.
Why? Is it because she can't get her shit from Temu? You fucking bitch. Shut the fuck up.
I like how you asked that question as if there is an explanation coming. No explanation.
Nothing. None whatsoever.
Just a bunch of screaming.
Don't think you people understand what's going to fucking happen to us. 50 fucking % tariffs on China. Do you know how much fucking shit we get from China? I'm already fucking broke. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, the economy's gonna get better. Fuck yeah.
Damn. Get your money up, not your funny up, shorty. The fuck?
I think that's a fake one though. That's like performative. You could tell.
Aren't they all performative?
They're all performative, but some do it better. She's like, you could tell it's like in between. Her anger isn't there.
How many takes you think that took?
That might have been a first taker.
First taker?
She saw that and was like, all right, I got that one.
She does have the crazy
Nailed
eyes
it.
Yeah.
Also, why are liberals always proclaiming that they're broke? And they seem to be proud of being broke.
It's because they are, Chris.
That's why they're so unhappy?
No, they don't.
Money can't buy happiness, right?
No, but it can help.
Yeah, it can get you there. It can nudge you in that direction.
Put you in the right direction for sure.
I'll be honest.
Yeah. It's where you can't have a love for money to where it'll overrule your morals and values, right? But I mean, money is essential for you to at least sustain life. So for you to go around constantly saying you're broke, I mean, when I felt like I was broke, I still feel like I'm broke, but that's because I have like responsibilities. I don't think this bitch got any responsibilities.
I think there's also a difference in how you make your money. Like you actually work and, you make a living. You know what I mean? Like if you were out there fucking selling drugs or something, that's why they all blow their money, because it's fast money. It doesn't mean anything. They're not really like working too hard for it. So when you go out and make your money honestly and you're doing something that you actually like doing, it's kind of like more rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a thing of like, that's kind of just how it works. Like if you're making more money and doing something that your job or whatever, that means it's a sort of sign of success, a measure of success. But I agree with you. You can't choose that over the happiness. You know what I mean? A lot of people do that too. They'll be at a job that they make good money,
but they hate it.
No, not even that. They'll make good money, and they love their job, and then they get an offer for a better job, meaning it's more money, but they hate it. But they end up taking it because it's more money.
More money.
You're better off just staying at the job you love and just try to make more money in that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
elevate where you at.
Yeah, that's my words of advice today. But yeah, it's like they're always talking about how poor they are, and how like I guess even when I was poor and broke, I didn't fucking talk about that a lot. Like it's not who does that.
Weirdos on social media.
Why would we listen to you then?
Yeah, because you know how to run the economy.
Yeah, you're halfway to the fucking poorhouse. Yeah, exactly. You can't even manage your own fucking finances.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Shut up. Here's another. This is a different type of meltdown now. This is a more like. This is a slow meltdown. What do they call that?
Slow burn.
Slow burn?
Yeah, slow burner.
So these people are asked, like, I believe they're just asked, like, what's bad about Trump?
Okay.
And the slow burn meltdown begins.
We're about to see derangement on full front.
Let's call it a passive aggressive meltdown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brought you out here today to the Bernie Sanders rally.
I don't like what's going on in our country right now. I'm just kind of disgusted by it.
What's the biggest risk?
Oh, gosh. What would you say, Dan? Well,
hold on. No, hold on.
She just threw her husband under the bus.
Over to you, Dan. Over to you. What do you think about that, huh?
Comment?
Yo.
Look how shocked he is now.
It's funny because she's a liberal, but this is the one time she deferred to him, so that's why he's fucking shocked. He's like, wait, you don't want to talk?
What happened to the strong feminist that I was with?
Hold on. You had so much to say earlier. Now you have a mic. I'm only here because you dragged me here. Why do I have to why do I have to now come up with something? It looks stupid like you.
Come on, man's right. Boomer libtards. Woke boomers are the worst.
They're the worst.
They are the worst.
Oh my God.
They're like the nastiest too.
It's like you guys should know better. You're fucking old.
That's I think why they're the worst. Because it's like you lived life. Like you should have learned your mistakes by now. Took me 28 years. All right. You're on what? 70? 72?
I'll let you speak to that.
I don't know. I don't really care for the language that's being spoken right now in the country.
Can you give any examples of specific language?
Let me think about that.
So many things, I don't even know where to start. I would say, oh gosh, Dan, help.
No, dude, you are cooked.
What's changed over the last couple months post-Biden administration for you guys?
Oh gosh. Once again, where do we start? Okay, you go for this one.
It's a whole list of things I can't even think of right now.
Brought you out here today to the
Yep. And these are the people who fucking post on Twitter and get all this fucking engagement off of bullshit they say, but they don't know shit.
That's the dumbest fucking statement that I hear said all the time. Oh, there's so much. I can't even list them off right now.
I don't even know where to begin.
Well, start with one.
Yeah,
there's so many. You just list them off.
There should just be one right there. That's so bad. That's crazy.
It's the dumbest fucking statement. It really is.
That'd be like somebody be like, name some basketball players. There's so many. I can't. I don't even know where to start.
And you're bragging that you've been watching it since the 80s. Name 5 basketball players.
Yeah,
so many. Oh my God, I can't even.
So many greats. Where do you want me to
start?
Greats, I mean, I don't know.
Dr. Jim.
Dr. Jim.
Yeah. That's it. It really is just a statement of a retard. Okay.
That was a retirement meltdown. That was dope.
Yeah, I thought it would be interesting to show the juxtaposition. Like, not all meltdowns are screaming. Like that was a meltdown though. That was so much.
That was a short circuit.
So much. Yeah, they.
Oh, Dan, help! Well, you should grab that. Yeah. Dan, help!
I'm gonna refer to Dan. All right. Dan's like, what the fuck?
I'm telling you, Dan was so befuddled. I'm sure he talked about that later. Yo, why did you?
Dan was like, I was here because I like pussy. And now I don't know if I do anymore. It's been
I should have shown.
50 years I'm married to this bitch. And she throws me under the bus on live TV.
In seconds.
That shows women have zero loyalty. She jumped in front of the mic. I bet you Dan didn't even want to walk up to the fucking camera. She's like, let's go, it'll be fun.
No, I don't really want to. Come on.
I'm tired, come on.
Okay. That's where he fucked up. He keeps saying okay. And every time he says okay, she takes a little bit more.
And that's why I always say women will always lead you to destruction. Now, Dan, he managed to spend 70 years of his life without being a laughing stock. And now he's the laughing stock of the internet.
Cemented.
He's immortalized as a retard on the internet because of his broad. This is why you don't do it.
That's great.
Yep. All right, what are we moving on to now? We're flying through stuff here.
Yeah, man.
Well, we do have some Metcalf.
We got
Anthony
a Metcalf
stuff.
update?
A little bit. I mean, what do you think? What are you feeling right now? Because I'm up in the air about that one.
Man, let's talk about Candace, man.
Oh, you want to just go right to that?
Yeah, let's go right to
All
that.
right,
bro.
fuck it.
Let's get to that broad.
Let's go raw dog on Candace.
You've always had a little thing for her. I think you just like the chocolitas.
I don't know. She's been a like. I don't know what it is, but she's become a condescending cunt. If that's the softest way I could put
I
it.
think it's the Jew hatred. She's just fucking Nick Fuentes, but in black.
It's not even the Jew thing. It's more of like everything now that she covers is always, I'm right, you're wrong, and if you don't agree with me, you're stupid. That's literally what she always says. Like, I'm not even like paraphrasing. You'll actually see it in this clip that we're about to play. But the way she covers things now, I don't see it being any different from like liberal broads talking about shit. It's all emotional. It's all like stuff that bothers her personally. It's like
I had to stop watching her just because of that.
I can't even watch her anymore.
Yeah, why can't?
And she's not. She used to be very truthful, and now she does a lot of like dancing around things and jumping.
Not sincere.
She jumps to a lot of conclusions now that she wouldn't have back in the day. Like, she's very comfortable with doing that now. And, I mean, again, this one clip is actually going to prove everything I'm saying. I'm not just saying this because I disagree with her or something. Terry Strange says she's always been that way.
Who said that?
Terry Strange. Has she? And we just couldn't see it? I feel like she used to be a lot more like... I don't know.
Reasonable?
Yeah, I guess that's the word.
Yeah.
Has she, or maybe we just didn't see it?
Maybe.
I don't know. That's a good. That might be a good point, Terry.
Well,
first time for everything. Terry makes a good point.
Damn, shots fired.
All right, this is her going at Matt Walsh, about. Because Matt Walsh, I guess, went off on how lame the space thing with the women, with the broads, how lame it was and how it looked fake, I think. I think that's what he said. So I think Candace is responding to that.
But here's my bone to pick with Matt Walsh. We have a long-running beef on the topic of NASA and moon landings because he thinks they happened. And listen, when the guys did it, it was fake and gay. I'm sorry, Matt, and it's time for you to admit it. It was just as bad. You just weren't alive for it, okay? Homies were on the moon making phone calls before the time of cell phones. Like, hey, what's up, Prez? It's me on the moon with the flag. No issues. First time we've ever flown this thing. Yeah, I don't know. We just got through the belt pretty easily. And until Matt Walsh accepts that the mission in 69 was also fake and gay, I don't care. I can't defend you. Even if I fully agree with you about Gayle King, I won't. I literally cannot defend you. Okay, you must come to terms with the fact that NASA and space missions have always been this fake and gay. You just weren't alive for the original ones, and you need to learn the history of NASA, of the Apollo programs, which were
Now, before she gets there, what do you think about that? Do you think?
I mean, I think there's some levity to some things may have been faked. I do question the moon landing for several reasons. Number one, the flag shouldn't be waving. There's no wind in space. I don't know if zero gravity would affect a flag to make it waft like that, but I don't think so. Also, she raises a good point with the whole phone calls, but then again, the government has had that technologies for years before, so you can excuse that. I think overall, though, they
Well,
tried
it's also-
so
wait,
hard
wait,
to
real
get
quick,
to
real quick.
the moon.
Sorry,
Yeah.
just to say the thing about the phone thing. I think the problem I have with what Candace is saying is to jump to a conclusion of you have to admit that this is this, but because I can't explain something. Because I don't know how something works, that means you have to admit that you're wrong and it's fake and gay.
Right.
That I think is the problem I have with it. Like, I can't explain it, so I'm not going to say either way. Sure, maybe it seems weird. The whole fucking thing, traveling to space and going on the moon.
Yeah.
Like, I can't explain it. Does that mean it's fake? No. Just means I can't explain it. Does it mean it's real? No. Just means I can't explain it.
Can't explain it.
I can't explain it either way. So to say that means that other people have to admit it, I think is just jumping to a conclusion that you're being a fucking asshole about it.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue what you're saying about they were trying to get to the moon.
They were trying to get to the moon before any other country. It was sort of like a mini arms race.
Yes.
Right? So, and there was a lot of like propaganda and espionage going on at that time. So there's a lot of like, there would be a lot of credence to it being fake, but I just don't know. Like, I just don't know. Obviously, and I wasn't even alive for that time, so I really don't know.
I think
we haven't been back since, but then again, why would we go back? You know, there was nothing there.
Yeah.
So
That's the thing too of like where they say, well, why did they go back to the moon? I just don't think there's anything to do. With it. It's a piece of rock.
I do think it would be cool if they went up there and built an installation on the rock. That would be dope.
I don't know
like
how
possible. Just the outpost. It's probably
just
not
a
possible
fueling
now.
station.
Yeah, like an outpost.
That was the idea.
Yeah,
was they wanted to build like something there so that they can then go to Mars. I think that was the original idea.
Got to go back to do it though.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, that's my problem. Candace questioning space and questioning just like we just did, fine. Like, I don't have a problem with that. So I just want to make that clear.
It's the matter of fact way she's saying it.
Yes, and then you're going to see the insane conclusion she jumps to at the end. But then she explained something that's pretty interesting that I didn't know about.
Isn't she a flat earther?
That's where I was going with this. I guarantee you. Is she already?
I don't know if she is or not, but she sounds like one.
She's already using the flat earth terminology, fake and gay.
Yeah.
We heard that from...
We've heard that.
From the flat earther.
The flat earther.
Dave Weiss.
Oh man, shout out to
Dave Weiss.
Shout out to Dave, man. Dave really the one that got our channel strike. You really want to talk about it?
You know what? I'm not even gonna tell him because I don't want him to have that fucking feather in his cap where he can go, yeah, I know the reason.
Hey,
you guys could deny it all you want.
I came on there and I told the truth, and it took your channel down.
3 months later. What, they disguised it as John Mellencamp. All right.
Yeah, the rabbit hole runs deep.
Cult and satanic. It was literally meant to be an antichrist movement to make people believe in man. It's a fact. I'm going to show you guys. It's like, you can look this up anywhere. Look up Jack Parsons and the Apollo program. They just wanted people to believe in scientific advancement. The guy who created the Apollo program was this guy, Jack Parsons. Can you pull up this clip, Skylar? You know, this is from a podcast, the Science History Institute Museum and Library. This is one of their podcasts. And you scroll down here. And you, again, are probably going to have to make this bigger for my eyes. But at the top here, you know, Jack Parsons was a brilliant rocket scientist, but he lived a wild lifestyle. With a devil-may-care attitude, he was pretty relaxed about safety and dabbled in drugs, occult practices, and sex cult rituals. It would all eventually catch up with him, though, and quite literally they were throwing these sex rituals, and he believed that he had summoned the devil, and the devil told him that he needed to create a moon child. Next thing you know, they're telling us we made it to the moon. I mean, you got to look into Jack Parsons and the origin of NASA. I'm telling you.
But wait, how would that? All right, he said
somebody have to have a baby on the moon.
This is what I was gonna say. If he came up with this whole thing, he came up with the whole NASA project. Let's say it was even inspired by occult Satanists and all that stuff, right? Which I'm not even denying. I could believe that, right? And his whole thing was, I want to go to the moon so I can create a moon child. Then how does it benefit him to fake the moon landing?
It doesn't.
He would actually want to go to the moon then.
Yeah.
That actually shows that he would actually have more. He'd be more inspired to actually go to the moon.
He'd be more convicted to, yeah.
That's what I would think. If he thought he was summoned by the devil to fucking do it.
That was a wild reach.
I don't know. It could be true. It could be true.
Yeah, look into Jack Parsons.
I could see it being that it was created by people who don't believe in God and were looking for. But then they say there's scientists who are scientists because they are looking to prove God is real.
Yeah.
So it could work either way. Yeah, maybe like this is my point. 3 years ago, I would have just accepted that on face value from Candace. Now I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
I do.
Yeah.
She's a little bit off some days. Well, most days.
Now listen to where she goes with this.
Oh, it gets worse.
Nigga.
To the moon. I mean, you got to look into Jack Parsons and the origin of NASA. I'm telling you, space has always been exceedingly fake and gay. It was fake and gay when the men did it, and it's now fake and gay because the women did it. So go back and watch our NASA episode to learn more about the establishment of the Apollo program and why it's always been a cult and satanic and about devil worship and about the Antichrist. It's just undeniable. It's like a part of history that's just real. So I'm challenging you, Matt Walsh, once again, until you say, Candace, you were right. Space is not real. I'm just a guy and grew up with little astronaut figurines and I can't let it go because the little boy in me doesn't want to say no.
Okay, so she's on the space is not real.
That's where I'm saying she made a huge leap there. It went from NASA and the Apollo program was fake and gay
Space is not
to
real.
now space is not real?
Yeah, that is a big leap. I thought we
Come
were talking
on,
about,
Candy.
I thought we were talking about moon landings. How did we get to the whole entire solar system not being real?
Well, that's where I didn't even want to like get too bogged down in is the moon landing fake or real or whatever, because yeah, that could be questioned. But I space being fake, I don't know. That's again, you're giving a lot of credit to man for being able to fake space.
That's an insane line of thinking.
I think you're giving a lot of. I think you're giving a lot more credit to man than you saying that it's real.
These people would have to believe that man was able to make a everlasting, sustainable ball of energy that is so far away from us, but just the right distance for us to not fucking burn to a crisp or freeze to death. Man did that.
Man created all that. So, not even that. Man created the deception, like I guess the thing that unless she's going into it's a firmament and we live in a dome. That's where it sounds like she's going.
That's
because then how do you explain space? Or like I'm in the belief of space is real and all that shit, and that's God created that. I don't know why. I can't explain why. I can't explain half of the things that God does.
Yeah, but
I don't understand half of it, but that's faith as you follow it.
It's not for us to understand.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I keep my mind open that somebody could prove that space is fake. I'm fine with like showing me some kind of real proof, but just to like go, NASA was created by a cultist, so space is fake. What?
What's the alternative?
You're telling me there's not at least another alternative? Then it's got to be A or B. And then there's also, did you hear the subtle jab at manhood? You're just a little boy trying to hold on to.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Again, how is that any different from some leftist jerk off feminist?
Well, we I think Andrew Wilson exposed it a couple of weeks ago.
Covert feminist.
Yeah, covert.
Absolutely,
feminists, yeah. All up in the party.
All of them. All of them. Because I guarantee you, if you were in a conversation, like a political conversation, and Candace started talking, you and Candace, this men talking, she would get mad. She would start yelling. She would put up a fight. It would be World War III, just like any other feminist bitch.
Yeah, absolutely. And when she should defer.
And every single right-wing commentator that's abroad, except for Pearl. Pearl's the only real one.
Pearl got a choice.
The day that she was on a live stream with Sneeko and Sneeko said, "Shut up and go get me a sandwich," and she got up and got him a sandwich.
You were like,
with no fight. I was like, "That's the real deal.
That's
right
the real
there.
deal.
That's the real motherfucking deal." Pearl's my bitch.
Shout out to Pearl, man.
And you notice, right-wing women hate her.
Yeah.
Because she's the real deal. She exposes the covert feminists.
Hey, say what you want about it. That's true.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that like this is all. It's all the same shit. Pearl is fake and gay too. I don't know. You got to explain that one to me.
Come on, man. Quoted Candace Owens. I am not a flat earther. I am not a round earther. Actually, what I am is somebody who has left the cult of science. That's a quote from Candace? That's, yeah, that's a little weird.
The cult of science?
Yeah.
I get. So is she saying that no science is real?
Well, see,
or there's nobody like with integrity, I guess, in science. I could see that in like the establishment, sure.
So the whole thing about it is science, the way that a lot of people view science, especially some Christians, they view it as a way of witchcraft, right? Like it's almost like trying to play God with some of the way science is. Like when you look at things
Absolutely.
like in vitro fertilization and abortion, we take a look at those two things, right? That's indirectly trying to play God. So just on face value, there is some sort of credence to what she's saying, but science doesn't have to be used like that. Science is a tool that can be used just like any other tool. A gun can be used for defense or it can be used for murder, All
right, science can say this whole universe was started by the Big Bang, right? Which is what they say.
Right, that's what they say. That's what science says.
However, they can't explain what caused the Big Bang.
Science,
right? Or what was before the Big Bang. Like what was there that the Big Bang happened, and that's the thing that is God. Even scientists will go, "Hey, if you want to say that's God, we have no proof." Almost any credible scientist will tell you that we have no proof that God doesn't exist.
I want a scientist to tell me if they've ever seen anything being created from an explosion. Like, is anything ever created? Like, if you blow up a firework or a stick of dynamite, is there anything that's created from that lasts?
Well, it's even you can't have, even in science, you can't have nothing turn into something, right? Everything is transformed.
Yes.
So even in that, the Big Bang had to be transformed from something, right? So what was the thing?
Can't explain it.
Yeah.
That's where you find God.
That's where I think you find, even scientists will say it's as good as a theory as anything else of why the Big Bang. It's actually the best theory, to be honest, because like, what scientifically can you explain that it is? That there wasn't some kind of divine.
And then it gets crazy. I mean,
intervention.
They say we're crazy for believing that man was like made from mud, but they think that a fucking fish grew legs and then one day turned into an ape, and then that ape one day turned into. It's like,
yeah, we were tadpoles.
Yeah, what the fuck? What kind of sense does that make? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that's not explainable.
I don't know.
You could try to make sense of it, but at the end of the day, there's no way. Show me another fish or another thing that looks like it's going to morph into something that's sentient and it can walk.
Yeah, but then you can always break it down. This is where I guess I disagree with Candace.
Okay.
In that she sees it as like, in order to fully believe in God, you have to completely denounce science, right? My thing is that science can always be brought back to some kind of like root that can't be explained. Where did the tadpoles that we turned into come from? Let's say that is real. Where did that come from? And then they go, well, it came from atoms or dust or whatever. Okay, where did the atoms and dust come from? Where did this? You can always root it to something they can't explain.
Right.
Like easily too. It doesn't even have to go that many degrees. So, like, my thing is that, like, I don't feel like I have to separate the two. Like, there are definitely some sciences, like people that are lying about their results and fudging numbers and fudging studies to make the outcome be what they want it to be, to prove something that's not real.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I could differentiate that and somebody that goes, the Big Bang, but I can't explain what happens before the Big Bang. Okay, maybe God created the Big Bang. Maybe the Big Bang is real, but God created it. We can't explain it.
Right.
Science has gotten that far, and they can't figure it out past that because we're not supposed to understand that. So that's how I look at it.
That's fair.
I don't know if if I'm being a fucking like a science occultist by saying that. What's your thoughts? I'll give you your last words on Candy.
Yeah, I think she's just gone off the rails. She gained a little bit of popularity for her alignment with Trump and with Kanye. And I believe she was somewhat reasonable, but just the shit that she's and yes, I mean I hate to be that guy, but it also has to do with the Jewish and the Gaza thing. It's like
absolutely, I'm not gonna lie about that.
You can't tell me that you're reasonable and then not understand the rules of engagement and what type of war was started on October 7th. It's not they say what you want. If they were occupiers, whatever, all that. Okay, right? I'll grant you that. They didn't fly into Gaza and fucking slaughter people relentlessly.
And how I know it's horseshit, their arguments, because even the smartest ones, Candace Owens, Dave Smith is pretty smart, and he argues that he's pro Gaza. Mm-hmm. All of them, they all resort to the same pulling at your heartstrings horseshit. It's about the dead kids in Gaza. And it's like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I believe that Candace Owens is losing sleep over dead kids in Gaza. Like, sure, we can all like say it's a tragedy, but let's not pretend that there is also these like full-on families that are in support of Hamas. And a lot of people in Gaza are in support of Hamas. They literally stood in the streets and celebrated on October 7th. They helped fucking put hostages into the truck, and they were slapping the shit out of them. Like, don't sit there and I'm not gonna pretend.
Right.
Like, there's more context to this. Stop.
Yeah, and that's really all what it comes down to. Stop pretending like they're the victims. It's this victim mentality, and they're good at it too. Like, I thought black people were good at it. No, it's fucking.
Oh no, blacks take their keys from the Islams.
The fucking Islams are great at that shit. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fucking cut off your arm and fucking cry.
Cry that you oppressed.
Yeah, you made me do it. I'm oppressed.
I can't deal with the horse shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think to say the Apollo program was horseshit, but then that means space is fake. Jesus Christ.
It's quite the stretch.
Quite a reach.
All right.
Okay, what are we doing here? You got.
I don't know.
Go ahead, take the reins.
I'm trying to. Put me on the other screen.
You got it. Wait. There you go.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh well, shit. Well, fuck it. We just mentioned it. Why the fuck not?
What?
Islam.
Oh, it was just a random video, but you can play it.
All right.
Oh, yeah, don't click it.
Don't click it?
Just like highlight it. And, yeah. I mean, at that point, you can just.
Do I click yes?
Yes. There you go. I don't even remember why I put this video, but it was
whoa,
Muslims.
That's America?
Yeah, it's Michigan.
Fucking looking like UK out here.
Let me get a hold of this. Yeah, you're right. It actually is.
Wow.
That's why. Yeah. Again, I don't know why I put this video, but
well, I mean, I think it's interesting, and it's definitely something we need to pay attention to. I still think, and I was arguing with somebody on X the other day about this. I do think that Islam is one of the biggest threats to America and Western civilization as a whole.
I put it as number 1 and 2, China and Islam.
I do want to put China there, but I under Islam, I'd rather put liberalism.
Oh, I thought we meant outside threats.
I'm talking about all
All threats, then?
So
Yeah,
when we
sure,
put all
sure.
threats, I'm putting Islam 1, liberalism 2, and then China.
I'd call it communism more than just liberalism.
Okay.
Yeah, because liberalism is like
What is a liberal today?
a communist.
Okay.
That's my point though.
So
They didn't
you're
become
the communist.
become like that big of a threat, I think, until they become like full on communists.
Gotcha.
That's when we were like, wait,
They
whoa,
haven't
whoa, whoa.
evolved yet.
Yeah. That's what opened people's eyes. But sorry, you were saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is not the only. I just saw a video today where they're buying churches in Florida. They're buying churches in Florida
And mosques.
turning them into mosques. Texas has a lot of them land for them to, and we're talking not just any old land. We're talking thousands of acres for them to build their own kind of convent. This is a terrifying, like just position to be in. This religion does not care about any other religion. They want to come into every house. They'll tell you they want Islam in every house, and anybody else who doesn't agree with that is an infidel and deserves to fucking die.
I actually have a stat that's pretty crazy.
Okay.
7 out of the 10 countries with the most terrorist attacks had vast Muslim majorities, and the death and injuries in the other 3 involve large numbers of Muslim deaths. A total of 83% of the attacks and 90% of the deaths occurred solidly Islam countries. The vast majority of suicides and vehicle attacks came from Islamists, extremist groups that kill Muslims in largely Muslim countries. So, from this, what it's saying is like most of their terrorist attacks are done on their own Muslims. No?
Yeah.
Because most of them are the ones doing the attacks, and the deaths are Muslims.
Because some Muslims aren't Muslims. Some Muslims don't. Some Muslims who want to be Muslim don't really act Muslim, so they'll get caught doing something not Muslim, and they'll get killed by an actual Muslim. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many degrees of how you can get killed in their religion. It's like just fucking go in a hat and see what you fucking did today to get your shit chopped off.
I go for easier life. I join MS-13. I tattoo hands, no problem. Yeah. Oops, excuse me. Now I'm clicking the links.
You know, sometimes, and I'm gonna say something a little crazy.
Oh boy.
Sometimes I feel like there are certain people in this country, based on not their race, not their skin color, but their ideals, that shouldn't be allowed to do this. Right here. I don't think this is a protest. I think this is a show of force. I think this is a threat. I think it needs to be dealt with as a threat.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not
free speech. Absolutely.
Freedom of religion. That's
freedom of religion. Yeah. Now, if your religion directly clashes with my religion, and where your religion tells you to kill me, is it really freedom of religion? Or am I protecting myself?
Well, that's the thing. You can't practice your religion if it involves animal sacrifice, right? That's illegal.
That's illegal.
So
is it really freedom of religion?
Well, that's why Muslims can't actually practice true Islam in America.
Yet.
Thank you. That's why they need to instill Sharia law in, fucking Minnesota and shit. Because they're trying to make this the Middle East.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Instead of staying in their shitty countries, they want to come to our country and make it shitty
and inbreed.
Fuck, man.
Yep, and we're just letting it happen.
Yeah, they couldn't give me superpowers. And fucking menace.
What you said earlier, this is why I think I've been very purposely clear on this. I always say, and you can always rewind it, I never say Muslims are the biggest threat to this country. I always say Islam is the biggest threat to this country. You get what I'm saying? Because again, I know Muslim people that I don't know what they think in their mind and what they would do if, things were legal. But, I try not to have it that that's what I think they all want to do.
That's a better way to put it.
However, you got to keep an open mind. That's all I'm saying.
That's the way. Look,
to think that if it was legal, they probably would.
You're right. I should change the way that I said it because you're right.
Did you say it that way? I didn't know. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because to me it's almost the same, but there are Muslims that aren't Islamic, so I get it.
It's the ideology. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's the ideology.
Of course, it's the people too, and the people that are doing it, Hamas, and the people that are celebrating with them and supporting them. But it's just to keep that there are people that are also brainwashed. They believe in the religion of peace thing, and they just like a lot of Christians don't read the Bible. A lot of Muslims don't read the fucking Quran.
The Quran.
They think they're following something that they're not. Yeah. So that's what I'm keeping an open mind on. By the way, Lisa Marie said Sunni and Shia Muslims feud.
Yes.
There's Muslims that feud with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably what's going on there. All right. I think that was
if it's a feud, designate them as a fucking gang and get them out of here. Fuck it, man. I'm tired of the bullshit. I really am.
But that's where you get to of do we designate Islam as a terrorist thing? Because we're getting kind of close to finally admitting that, where they're deporting people who are showing support for Hamas. At least there's that. And I've always said that my belief is that Hamas is actually the people who are practicing true Islam, because they're actually doing the fucking living by Sharia law.
Yeah, they're doing it. Yeah,
beheading people and killing infidels and chopping off, cheating bitches' heads. You know what I mean? So that's where, I don't know where we're going with that. But
okay, all right. We'll just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go to the Metcalf thing?
Yeah, let's go.
Let me control, because since I brought this here. Well, there's two things. There's not really any update in the case. At least I don't think. Somebody can piss on me in the chat if there is.
Come on, man. We'll be right there.
Right there,
with the facts for your bitch ass.
Actually, they took home ec together. What? Still have that?
They need to put that shit back in school. These bitches can't do shit.
They can't. Yeah, they can't cook. Can't clip coupons.
None of that.
They can't do anything.
They can just twerk and eat chicken wings.
Well, there's two videos that they put out. That one is a resurfaced video of Carmelo, and the other is one of his classmates describing, I guess, how they know Carmelo to be. They're putting this out as sort of damning to Carmelo's character.
Okay.
And I'm up in the air. So not even up in the air. One of them I don't understand. The second one I'm gonna play. This one it's it could be debated, but let's hear it first and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
One girl that we spoke with knew Anthony pretty well, that she says, and told us this.
I'm in shock because it's I wouldn't expect that from him. I only know him fighting and stuff but to take someone's life is just a different level.
Did she just say, I know him from he just be fighting and shit. That nigga be tearing shit up. But I never think he's gonna kill somebody. That's crazy.
Well, that's not necessarily what she said. She said, I know of him fighting. I've seen him fight somebody before. Let
me tell you something, Chris. We know the niggas that set it off in school, bro. We knew them niggas. We knew if a nigga popped off, who was gonna be fighting. So all I'm saying is, if she knew him and she wasn't in any of her classes, then she knew him for fighting.
Well, that's where we need to watch the second video, because the second video is more of it's a video of him it's like a sport highlight thing, so it shows a little bit of his personality. My point was at the beginning was that where they were trying to put this whole thing on Carmelo Anthony, that he's like George Floyd or something. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, I think you got it wrong. I don't think he's a George Floyd or even necessarily some fucking gangbanging kid or something like that. I don't necessarily know, because of the circumstance of the fact that he wasn't there just up to no good.
Yeah.
He had a reason to be there, the whole thing. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm coming from as far as like the racial commentary that goes on with this. I think they just got the wrong. They're putting something on him that I don't think he is. And now you could tell me if I'm wrong. Obviously, I'm gonna play the other clip. Oh, did I not show the broad talking just now, or did you guys just hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, no video. Yeah, I didn't show it. Sorry.
Oh, you didn't show it. Damn.
I'll just show it real quick.
One girl that we spoke with knew Anthony pretty well, that she says, and told us this.
I'm in shock because it's like I wouldn't expect that from him. I only know him fighting and stuff, like, you know, but to take someone's life is just like a different level.
Okay.
Yeah, that nigga was getting it on. Yeah. He was one of them ones in school, boy.
So you think he would?
Everything.
You think he would? No, I'm not. I'm not saying that he didn't fight. Obviously, he did. But who hasn't gotten into a fight at school? There's a difference between getting into a fight, maybe standing up for yourself, maybe being a troublemaker a little bit, maybe making fun of somebody, and then it gets a little out of hand. And then there's a difference between nigga at school, just there to fight.
Okay.
Right? Are you in agreement?
Yes, and that is him.
You think he's nigga at school just there to fight?
I think that's nigga at school that went there to do track and fight niggas. Yes.
Okay. All right.
100%. Are you kidding me? Anybody that brings a knife to school is down for whatever, bro. Yes, bro. Yes.
Now they're also making this argument that
class of 2025.
The racial argument that he just wanted to kill a white kid.
Really?
You haven't heard somebody say that?
Well, I mean,
that he killed, like he was just there.
Where's the proof? Is this the proof?
No.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying is I think this is more proof that it wasn't racial.
Okay.
Because you'll see, I'm gonna play the video of him, his highlight thing, but you'll see, like pretty much most of his teammates are white. Most of the people he was playing against were white. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's an affluent black kid.
He's actually an affluent black kid. Yeah. He's not like some hood nigga.
Which is what makes it so crazy that he's still a fucking crash out.
Right. Of course, but that should be the conversation.
Yes, that should be the conversation. Yes.
Yes, that's more important than he's a hood nigga and he just stabbed a white kid. No, that's not the reality of it. No. Why did this affluent black kid who actually does have both of his parents? I think they are because his father does have the same last name. So unless they're just using the last name for media, but yeah, that's the conversation. Is why did he still get to that point, or what's going on in that school, or what the fuck is the reality of this
culture?
But I don't even know. I don't even know if it's the culture because he's. Well, let's play it and tell me if I'm just gonna play. We'll skip around because it's but just to get an idea of who he is.
Carmelo Anthony, class of 2025, Centennial High School, Frisco, Texas. Nah, he low-key fast. Number one low-key fast, dude. I might have to. If you play number two, I'm gonna have to lock in. I swear. Hey, bro, how much you think? What's the score? What's gonna be the score?
I'll skip ahead a little bit. It's mostly just him like playing. I don't know what the fuck they're playing. Rugby? Is that rugby?
It might be flag.
There's no flags.
There's no flags?
Yeah. And it doesn't look like they're throwing around a football.
I didn't even see the football.
Yeah. So far, what is he acting the way you thought he would act?
Nah, he's just a regular kid.
Yeah. He's not like, yeah, nigga about to get fucked up. They about to get smashed on, nigga.
Nah, he's not.
That's what you expected, though, right? Because of how you said he's just a nigga at school trying to fight.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Everybody's a little bit different on the camera.
That's fair. That's fair.
Everybody's a little bit different. So we don't know who the real him is. I have to go off of what he showed me.
And it is edited. Actions, it is edited.
Right? And by his actions, I can confidently say that he may have been a crash out. For sure.
Oh, no, he did crash out.
Yeah, no, I'm saying before that. Like, in terms of in school, always down to thump.
Well, that's the thing. Is even watching him here... I can't understand why he did that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like he doesn't seem like a stupid, wild nigga. You know what I mean?
On camera.
No, even on camera, he doesn't seem like that.
No, I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't seem like that on camera.
Yeah, but what you're talking about is a wild nigga. They can't help. They don't give a fuck if they're on camera.
Now, put yourself in the mind frame of somebody that brings a knife to school. That's what I'm saying.
I brought a knife to school.
Yeah, but come on. Like, you're not going to stab nobody.
I would have. I'm playing. I'm just saying, I don't know. I guess I lived in a different world. I don't think I needed to bring a knife to school.
But you did anyway.
Yeah.
Now, what
so maybe
what
that's
do you think
why
would
I'm.
have happened
But that's
if you
maybe,
had to use it?
Maybe that's why I'm being biased in it, because that to me wasn't.
It wasn't nothing.
No. I think it's still crazy that he brought the knife to the track meet and actually stabbed. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not.
I know. Yeah.
That's fucking. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck was going through his
Listen,
mind.
you're never arguing for that.
You know,
You're
I'm not.
for,
Yeah.
looking for the nuance in the situation.
Well,
Which there's plenty of.
what is the real conversation we should be having about this?
We should try to figure out why a African American child who had every opportunity in the world chose to stab somebody over a frivolous altercation. That's what we figure out.
Yes. Yeah. Like, and what was? And I have to know what was the confrontation? What happened? Like, where did it go from that? Now, even watching this though, I could see him being a guy that's like, you know, if somebody's like coming at him, he's ready to fucking go. He does seem like that kind of kid.
You gonna go?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'll play a little bit more. Yeah, there's not really any like specifics in this. It's just like kind of him interacting with a bunch of white kids playing rugby.
Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Sure.
You can interact with a set group of people and still not like them and still want to target them. But in the moment, you can chill out.
I think that's the same argument that black people made, where it's like, I have black friends. That don't mean nothing. It's like, yeah, it kind of does.
It kind of does.
I have white teammates that I get along with, and we joke around and have a good time, and we work well together. That don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
It's the same argument.
It is.
So that's where I'm saying, like, there is context to it. And I'm only saying that because they're trying to make this into a racial thing. And I don't think that's what it is. I'm not getting that from seeing how he's interacting.
I don't think.
Like, I don't see. Yeah.
I think he's been around white kids his entire life.
Yes, that's my point.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to obviously like predominantly white school.
His family got money, man.
Let me tell you something. If you go to a school where most of the athletes are white, you're going to a white school.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
because niggas would be on that team. If there was more niggas, yeah, coach would be like, "Hey, you think coach didn't approach it when he saw coach
of
was
course.
Like, yo, I need that Negro today."
He said, "I need that," and then he went up to him and goes, "Hey, buddy, what's your name?" Carmelo Anthony. What?
You're fucking.
Oh, you're an athlete. Look at those calves.
What do you play? Nothing. So baseball, football, and basketball. Okay, we'll figure it out. Meet me in the gym at 12.
You not open, bro. Shut up. You not open. You not open, bro. Shut up. You not even open. He tried to talk all that because I got the mic on. hey, talk all that now, bro. Hey.
All right, that shows he's a little confrontational.
Yeah, I think that's sport.
But that's sports.
Yeah, that's sports.
Sports talking shit.
Yeah, sports shit.
Yeah. All right, I don't know what else we could play from this. How about at the end?
Yeah, let's see.
He shows
some sportsmanship.
He shows sportsmanship. Now this could be for the cameras. I get you.
Yeah, man. Scouts might be watching.
Look at that racial harmony.
Listen, man, that's what the world needs, bro. More of that. Less stabbing, more of that.
And he fucked it up. Now he's the.
He's gonna be doing that in jail now.
Yeah,
when he shoots a ball into a crate. Kobe.
Bing, boom. No net on that rim, huh? Is that net a chain? Okay.
Holy shit.
We gotta call him in. All right, guys, lock the balls up.
Oh shit.
Hey, Gusto! Oh yeah, oh yeah. Good game. That was not no pass interference, I swear it wasn't.
All right.
Normal kid, man. Normal kid who had every opportunity and squandered it.
And
over
fucked it
emotions.
up. Yeah. Over bullshit.
It was an ego battle.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying. It was more of it was more of an ego battle, a pride battle than it was a racial battle.
100%.
That's all I'm saying. Why are people mad at me?
Yeah.
Why are people calling me a liar?
Yeah, because come on, man. Where you at, man? Fight the allegations, bro. What do you got to say?
But do you see, like, look at like, for instance, Lisa Marie, tragic waste of potential. Do you see how when you add context now and you see, oh, he wasn't just some dumb nigga on the street trying to stab people. Now you go, what the fuck was he doing? Now you're mad at Carmelo. Like, bro, what were you doing? You had everything.
You had everything, man. Yeah. People, kids in the actual hood would have killed for his position. They don't
literally
they
killed.
can't even get cleats. This nigga got a whole uniform. You know what I mean?
What the fuck?
You know
is it rap music?
Yes. Yes, it is.
No, yes. I don't know. I don't want to just blame it on rap music because I don't even blame it on the music. It's always the culture that I add to it.
What feeds the culture?
You know what it is.
Because if they started, if they put more positive shit in rap like they did in the 90s, the culture would probably change.
No, this is what I think it is. White people understand. I'm using that as,
umbrella?
An umbrella.
Okay.
Purposely.
Okay.
They at least understand art. And like, this isn't real. You know what I mean? Like when niggas listen to something, it's real. It's like, not only am I gonna listen to, I'm gonna bust a nigga's head with, my Glock switch. I gotta actually go do it now.
I gotta do it to prove I'm a real nigga.
Mm-hmm. It's like white people will go, I bust a nigga in the head with a Glock switch. Never even touched the gun. Never even did. Don't even know what they're talking about.
Don't even know a nigga.
It's just exactly. Exactly. But they understand, okay, that's just it's a little fun time. It's art.
Right.
White people don't understand that it's not art to black people.
Hold on, come on, man. What do you mean by they?
No, don't even. White people made this one racial first. That's why I said this is different. That's why I'm harping on it.
Yeah,
because I'm scared for you guys where you're going.
Don't do that. Come on, man. It was definitely. In fact, come on, man. Argument might be made because we talked about it when it happened. You were the first one to go crazy.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? You want to open the phone lines?
You can.
Yeah, we got time, and we're just shooting the shit. We did say, "Come on,
silly
man!"
take.
We did challenge, "Come on, man," to call in.
Yeah, he got to call in this time. No excuses, buddy. You talking all that bullshit in the chat? Where you at?
I ain't drunk enough to call in.
Birdman.
Oh, sorry.
Call in now. 929-464-7348. That's 9294
Shout out to Birdman. He said the family made it racial. Not blegs. Blegs in general.
Now this could be anecdotal. The reason I say that is because that's where I saw it blow up it was a RIP Austin hashtag.
Like I told you earlier.
And that's what blew up the entire thing. And now if you're going to try to say that blacks made an RIP Austin hashtag fucking pop, then go ahead and make that argument, please.
I saw it when it happened. I saw it all over conservative Twitter. And the narrative was black people are targeting white people.
That's the entire, why are they backpedaling now?
I don't know.
I'm willing to engage with the argument, but don't backpedal now because I made a few good points. I know what you're doing. I'm not new to this shit.
Hey.
Black people celebrated the murder. Yeah.
Yeah.
After white people made it racial is what I'm saying. And now what I'm saying, and I said it last week, white people made it racial first because they were defeated by the liberals. This is exactly what they wanted. They wanted you to be defensive over your skin color, something that you didn't do before and your fucking parents didn't do and your grandparents didn't do.
Now you're doing it.
Now you're doing it.
You were complaining about it before too.
Yeah. So, I mean,
well, you're being dishonest, Chris.
I mean, those kind of arguments don't bother me. It's not. There's no substance to it. You're being dishonest. Tell me how.
Yeah, share. Please share. But yeah, more will be revealed, of course.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I don't think there's much to the case. I think it's pretty cut and dry. I say 25 to life. He's getting 25 to life. Maybe 15 to life.
I say he probably gets 20 flat.
Maybe.
Possibility of parole in 5.
He's definitely getting possibility of parole. Minor.
Yeah. So
he's definitely not getting the death penalty. And that's what you see. Are you seeing it online? A lot of white people are harping on that. And you notice no one in the media, no one in independent media, none of the whiteheads, the white race hustlers, you notice none of them are telling you that he can't get the death penalty.
Because
they want you to be mad.
Yeah.
They're race hustlers. They're not telling you the truth like I am. That's why Come On Man's mad at me. The truth hurts. It hurts.
Woo!
Oh, boy. Yeah.
All right.
See, Come On Man's convinced that he's not getting any time.
I think that's anytime. That's
ridiculous.
That's a little bit of a reach. Come on, man. He's got to get time based off the fact that he took a knife to school. That alone should get him some time, right? Because you can't bring a weapon to school, and then he committed a crime using that weapon that resulted in the loss of life. He's not getting off. Now, there may be an argument to whether or not he gets off light, but he's going to jail. He's going to jail.
There's definitely a question on that. I'm with you on that.
He's going to jail.
But he's definitely getting and if he doesn't, I promise you, I'll come on here and I'll say that's fucking wrong, and I'll rail against that. Trust me.
Of course.
You know I will. What do you think? I'm afraid to speak out about black folks?
We're just never gonna talk about it again. We're just gonna hide every time it comes up.
Like I'm secretly going, hey, good for Mello, huh? Jesus Christ.
Come on, man. No, I'm not, bro. Originally, until I found out that it was raining, which, again, the first time we spoke about this, I said I needed at least a reasonable reason for him to be by that tent. And nobody wants to get rained on, right? So if it's raining, I'm just going to go to the closest tent. So I get why he would be over there. And that was my whole thing. If we could prove that, then I would be like, okay, maybe we could look at it differently.
Yeah, there's A and B to this. A, he was a track runner there to compete, and B, he was under that specific tent because it was raining and he wanted to get out from the rain. At least that's what I hear. I obviously I wasn't there. I don't know if it really was raining, but and I think that's what's in the thing, right? The report, yeah.
That's what's in the report, yeah.
There's a reason there.
Oh, brother, the rain. Yeah, listen,
black folks don't like getting their hair wet.
Nobody wants to fucking come home smelling like wet dog. Come on, man. Fuck up. Get my J's wet. I'm going under the tent.
But you can't just write that off as like, oh, brother, the rain. Like, that's not a reason why somebody would go under a fucking tent.
Yeah.
Again, be honest.
You just go home soaked in his britches.
Yeah, look, I don't run under shelter when it rains. I walk under shelter. I'm not a bitch.
Yeah, you would look stupid running in the rain, especially if you fall. So if you get caught out there, you get caught. But I'm not gonna. That'd be like standing in the fucking rain, like I'm the Crow. Like who the fuck do you think you are? Like what the fuck? You just gonna stand in the rain? You look weirder standing in the middle of the rain instead of looking for cover.
Hey,
You look weird.
Who are you, Marty McFly?
Yeah. Oh shit.
It's yeah. I mean, just come on. What?
Yeah, come on, man. It's just he's flaming you up in the comments, but he won't call us, and it's frustrating.
No, he's not. He's not. He's being childish.
No,
he's just trying to use what I said to him. Like literally, the substance is the show you're watching, asshole. The thing that you're mad at and arguing with no substance. You're arguing with me with no substance. Jesus.
That's funny.
When Carmelo is acquitted, Chris will come on here and say, "Shout out to my boy Carmelo."
One down,
million to go. Oh, fucking Birdman. We got a call. 209, you're live. Turn down the
Crishaun.
Yes.
It's
This is William.
William.
Sitting over here. I'm cracking up, dude. My chest hurts. I've been laughing so hard.
Oh, what happened? What's going on?
Okay, Crishaun said he seen a kid with a dress on. What did you say, Crishaun?
Oh, yeah, and the dad was gayer than he was.
That was pretty funny.
Hey.
Nice
I'm here all night.
Oh, my chest is hurting, and I'm not participating with inferior ingredients.
Hey, I heard because you were the one that said that Carmelo. I know we were just talking about Carmelo. I don't know what you called in for, but you were the one that was saying that it wasn't his real father. Now I saw a news story where they called him. I don't know what his first name is, but
did they say that was his daddy? If they said it, I'll take that. Okay?
No.
But
They were calling him with the last name Anthony. So I don't know though if the news was just doing that just to connect them.
A different name,
Yeah. But no,
little toss up got him married, so whatever.
I'm sorry. I was
out of the tent. I don't know what happened between that time when it started raining and he went under there. And don't even know nothing about no history with them either. So it's just kind of like you said, it's just a snippet of news.
Now, what are you under the belief of? Do you think Carmelo's guilty? Do you think he's going to get prison time?
Oh, he'll be going to jail. I mean, the blacks can paint that self-defense picture if they want to. He's going to go to jail.
100%.
And damn, I mean, a fucking knife, dude. That's hard. That's harder than a gun. I'd rather get shot. A knife is brutal.
I hear there's like some say there's you have a better odds at surviving a gunfight than a knife fight.
Is very personal and gruesome. It is.
Yeah. I think there's something wrong with you.
Sexual.
It cracks me up when they want him to graduate. They're not going to let him graduate across the stage, lady.
That's what they wanted. Oh wow. Yeah.
They
Graduation.
They crazy.
Okay.
Now this is why this is why I like William though, right? Because this is why I like William because he's not emotional, right? He can go. He can go. Wait, I could see why he would be under the tent, but that doesn't mean he should have stabbed somebody. Like, that's what a reasonable person does.
It's telling me a lot about his character. Is what I was joking about. What I was saying.
Running under a tent.
Well, what kind of guy are you? Because that's Frisco, Texas. It's kind of like. It's kind of like the Brady Bunch over that way. It's nice. It's like a brand new city, and it's northeast of Dallas, and it's building up a lot, and it's got really big houses. And yeah, you fucked it up.
Yeah,
you fucked it up.
What do you think it was that drove him to do that?
Maybe they knew what kind of guy he was. It's not a big town.
Wait, what do you mean?
They were different schools, but. It's not a big town. It's big geographically, but as far as many, there's starting to probably a lot more people in Frisco than it used to be. But Frisco is a built-up area, and north of Dallas. but and he fucked it up. And it's like really like it's like growing up in the Brady Bunch houses.
Oh,
because they're nice. It's a nice area.
Lisa Marie said we're freezing up.
Yeah. I'm trying to cut down on some of my windows.
Give us 1 second, Will. Give us 1 second. I'm trying to work something out.
Yeah, we might have to.
Oh, you got to work on the volume. Is it me?
No, you're good.
I don't got a deep voice, man. I'm sorry.
I think the rumbling of your voice is making us buffer a little bit. It's too much.
Yeah, it probably is.
Too much in the frequencies.
Yeah.
So well, tell us if we're still buffering, guys.
I'm listening to it right now.
Yeah. Well, what else? What else is on your mind, William? What'd you call in for?
He can't get the death penalty, so the only thing they have is to try to get a self-defense, and whatever money he's got, you can rest assured the attorney's going to try to get 3/4 of it, if not more.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing too, where people are getting like up in arms about him claiming self-defense. It's like kind of like, other than him pleading,
going to the lawyer.
Yeah, other than him pleading guilty, what else is he going to do? I doubt he's going to plead. He's going to try to.
Nothing else to do.
He can't do anything else. I mean, it's going to be a weak case, but like everybody, claims self-defense, even if they murder somebody purposely. Like it's part of our justice system.
Something you do just to give it a shot. If you don't fight it, you're going to fight it.
I think this is a good example of everybody makes a mistake of turning the light on and can go there. But you got to know when to turn it off.
It's good. Good little limerick.
William with the haikus, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, the tariffs are working.
Yes.
Very well. China is shut down.
You see the
docks,
ships?
The trucks, the shelves, the workers, they're gone. Everything's going to Cambodia and Vietnam and to America.
Now, go ahead.
Okay, so while that's happening, Detroit, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Illinois are building brand new Ford facilities.
Nice.
To straighten things out with Canada. Like I said, everybody they gotta pretty much do what we tell them to do. And the first 100 days of Trump's presidency is probably better than anyone I've seen ever.
Now, the
in my lifetime.
Actually, that's pretty. I shouldn't gloss over that. That's because William is how old are you again? 60, 65?
I wasn't born way back when Roosevelt was here, but.
Yeah, but you've seen a few.
Before Trump, who would you say? Who would have you given that to?
Reagan.
Okay.
Reagan. I hear that a lot.
He's a Reagan man.
Yeah.
And third would be a close one. Be Kennedy or Nixon.
Okay.
Nixon.
All right.
All right.
Nixon, yeah, he was
pretty strong.
Yeah, he was a fucking
he didn't take no shit.
quick quipper.
No, he didn't take no shit.
I love the Nixon tapes. They're great to listen to.
Nixon was not a bad presidency. He just got caught with his hand in the cookie jar,
Now, a lot of people say that Watergate wasn't that bad. Watergate does not bother me. Does your conscience bother you?
Yeah. Watergate is just like the fucking Trump cases.
Russiagate is worse than Watergate.
Yeah. Actually, it is.
Who came after that was Ford, and that didn't work out too good. And Jimmy was a disaster. And then Reagan just came and slapped everybody upside the head and won 49 out of 50 states. He painted the whole country red.
Yeah.
Deep red.
Funny enough, with the same slogan, "Make America Great Again."
Really?
Yep, he used to say it.
Yeah.
He used to say that.
That's where Trump kind of got it from.
Okay.
Yeah, so what do you think about the first 100 days?
And we talked about it. I mean, I'm happy with it. I think a lot of people like what he's done with the border. He's basically secured the border. I do want to see the border starting to get built, the wall.
Yeah.
But just like where there's a lot of people complaining, where's the Jeffrey Epstein arrests? Where's the JFK fight? It's like I'm not expecting all of that in the first 100 days.
Yeah.
But now, like I'd say after a year, I'd expect the wall starting to get built.
Yeah.
That's where I'll be
it's
like,
been built. They've been working on it.
oh, they're actually working
Since
on
he's
it.
been in office.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been working on it since he got in office, almost around the clock.
Cool. Okay. Sorry, then I'm misinformed.
Cool.
Yeah.
So some Ford plants are coming, and they're going to be. See, things got to get opened back up. They got to, remodel all the office buildings and put people and tell people to go back to work. Because I tell you, those government workers are going to fool around and get fired, and it'll be their fault.
Yeah,
But,
good.
I'm not. I mean, they had a cushion. They sat at home for 3 years.
Yep.
Raised their children. Went to the soccer game. And when you had a problem and you called these agencies, I'm sorry, they were working from home.
Yeah, and they weren't efficient.
Right. So you need to go back to the buildings so we can open up the coffee shops and the subways and get business going again and get the economy back strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, COVID's over.
I mean, because that's turned people into pretty lazy.
Yeah.
Well, and also it's
and low quality service too, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, that was Skrill. That was always my thing with the government workers is where they were like trying to get us to like have sympathy for them. I'm like, I've never gone into a government building and gotten efficient help and good service, and I got out of there in good time. Like, it's always a problem, and it's always like, I got to go to City Hall for this, and I gotta go to the DMV.
Kind of
Fuck.
business. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And eventually they're going to try to keep us inside. That's why That's why they're trying to get us accustomed to it.
15-minute cities.
Yeah.
You've heard of those?
Well, see, they have to remodel. They got to remodel. There's some work too. They have to remodel the buildings, all the skyscrapers, because they've been empty for 3 years.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of construction and cleaning up to do. Get the people off the downtown areas, all of the homeless and drug users, and get them cleaned up and get them out of there and start getting back to normal. But no, I think the working from home made them pretty lazy. And I mean, it's even banks. You call them, it's a person in the Philippines with all your business.
Yeah.
It just get on my nerves. They need to be working over here.
Everything is outsourced. Anytime you call tech service or whatever, tech support.
I mean, who cares about China? People that shop at Walmart a lot, I guess you probably wouldn't want tariff, but we don't really want Chinese products.
Well, this is where everybody, like I guess we'll call them the panicans, as Trump named them. They're all worried, and I don't think this will happen, but they're all worried that because Trump is sort of isolating America with all these tariffs, which I don't even believe that's true. Bullshit. I think people are coming to the table. That it's going to leave the market open for China to come in and swoop in and make deals with all these people. Now, it is possible. I just don't think, like, even those countries, they want to do business with us. They'd rather do business with us because China's a communist country, and when they have their hands in any country, they have their fucking paws on it.
Yeah, that IP that you think is yours, that's not yours. That's my IP.
They've been stealing ours.
Yeah, fuck that.
But they about to they're having a hard time right now. So those tariffs really hurt them. All their docks and trucks and warehouses are empty right now. And it took 2 weeks. So how did he do for his first 100 days? I would say I'd have to say really good.
I'd say he definitely shook things up. That's for sure.
I'm not gonna lie.
100 days, and I mean, these snapper heads, they be not thinking. You got 365 of them in 1 year. I mean, it's just the first 100 days. Be quiet.
Have some
done pretty good.
Have some balls and just hang in there. Have some patience.
I'm not gonna lie. I sort of want Trump to, if China doesn't come to the table in a week, I want him to slap him with 500% tariff. And 500.
Yeah.
You want to talk now?
With one of those papers with the middle finger.
You guys were talking about Trump on third term. I heard somebody say something about
that. What do you think?
What are your thoughts on that?
King Trump?
It's not impossible.
It's
not impossible.
Would you vote for him? Would you vote for him a third time?
If there was a major conflict, and they would look into what happened in 2020, it's not out of the question, really.
Oh, a do-over term?
Yeah, it's really not. If we're having a conflict, you hear what I said? We're having a major conflict.
Yeah.
It could. Yeah, you're right. That's why I think that's where FDR actually was able to.
Last time it was FDR.
He was able to do that because of the conflict, right?
Yeah.
Well, it was also
Right.
wasn't. I thought George Washington said that.
He only left office by death.
Oh.
Natural death. Yeah.
Oh.
So
if Trump ran for a third,
and then Truman came in.
if Trump ran for a third term and won, he'd literally get attempts on his life every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they wouldn't stop until he was gone.
It'd be pretty bad.
Yeah, it would be.
But I mean, there could be a situation where he may be needed. See, Roosevelt did those terms because he was needed, and you have to think about it. It was a world conflict.
Yeah,
Every
world.
country was fighting, and like I said, if there was a major conflict, say like Iran, I'll tell you, say like Iran and China, that would be a handful. We could take care of them. Our stuff is the best, but it would be costly.
Well, the problem is before we even start talking about a third term, we have to definitely have more time pass. In that,
Yeah.
let's say these tariffs, right?
I'm only talking about an emergency, though.
Yeah, I get you. But let's just say the tariffs, right? Actually do work all the way across the board, and do actually fix like where there's like all this like wasteful spending and the unfair deals and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
In 3 years or 4 years, this shit could look totally different. And then also think about like how when Trump actually was doing really well, that's when they threw COVID in the mix. Who knows what the liberals have up their sleeve as far as
That's
like
a good fucking point.
You get what I mean?
That's exactly when it came in, when the economy was really strong.
Yes.
You were like, oh
Really
shit,
strong.
he's doing too good. We got to
And
jump
now
down.
it has a chance. Right now, it has a chance to be even stronger.
And look at how the liberals have been moving for the past few years. Is it really beyond them to like go, you know what, fuck a pandemic. Let's go with a terrorist attack.
You know what, Crishaun?
Let's plan a
You know what,
terrorist
Crishaun?
attack.
For real, I kind of guarantee this one. You know all those court cases with these judges? You have to realize those are like local, lower level judges.
Yeah.
And when this stuff gets to the Supreme Court, I think he's going to win like 80% of them.
Absolutely,
So he's on pace to, he gets them upset. He trolls the hell out of them. And the man is good. He's a good businessman.
How does
That's all it is to it.
how does a judge now with this case where they ruled against Trump? How do they now make a legal argument that an illegal who came here illegally deserves due process? Now go ahead and make that argument.
Okay, first of all, the way he slapped that reporter across that office, he let him. President Trump let him know. Hold on. Let me tell you. So he told him. He said, "You guys are terrible." Talking about that was photo ops on his hand. First of all, you can't get those tattoos unless you're in one of those gangs. That's first.
Yeah.
Now, second, that's a custody picture. So that means when you go into jail and you have logos all over your human body, they take pictures of them.
Documentation.
Yes. To document that you're a gang
I ain't
member.
never been in nobody's jail, but like I got a cousin. He told me, he said, "You got a tattoo on the wrong place. They're gonna take a picture of it. It doesn't matter if it's a tattoo. If you got nerve enough to put a tattoo and logo yourself, you don't even put those things on your body unless you're associated. Period."
Well, that's a thing too that a lot of people have a misconception of, that police can't just classify you as a gang member because because you're hanging out with a gang. They have other things like tattoos. Tattoos are a way that they classify that you're a gang member. So it's like a legal way of classifying it. Go ahead. Sorry, William.
Do you think anybody would put one of those tattoos on their body and walk around with it and not be associated with them?
Nope.
No, because they could get killed. They would get killed.
Thank you.
Yep, 100%.
So the tattoo. So the tattoo's real.
Yeah, but again, William, that's why we were saying earlier, We're talking about people who have no clue about the culture.
Right.
They lived in suburbs, and they're, you know, these reporters and these people who are covering it have no clue about gang culture or really. They haven't even seen an episode of Gangland. You know what I mean?
Hey, that shit is all over the country. It's everywhere. It's in the suburbs, in the cities. People are tattooed up, and when you go to jail, they take pictures of it.
Yes. For a reason.
Hey, turn around, bend over. It doesn't matter where the tattoo is. They're going to take a picture of it.
Let me tell you something, too, about tattoos.
Am I right or wrong?
No, you're right. You're right. And here's the thing, why they're even like how identifiable they are. In what I do, security, sometimes people come in with masks on, and we can't legally identify them unless they have distinguishable marks. And a distinguishable mark is a tattoo. You can actually legally identify a person by their tattoo.
Absolutely. The tattoo.
Yes.
By their tattoo.
Not even their face.
There is a huge database with all the tattoos in the country.
Yeah.
Everybody's.
And a description written with it, and it's documented, and it's like
none of them are the same, really identical. I mean, they're very close, but not everything is. That's ink on your skin. Come on. It's simple.
And it's different artists, and it's different. You know, your different body types. You can have different tattoos. Like it's just
your oils might react differently to whatever design you have. It get close, but it's not paper. It's your body.
Yeah. You're right, man. You're right. All right, William. Look, we're gonna get out of here in a minute.
All right, man. It was good talking to you.
Good talking to you too, man.
As always.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thanks for calling in, brother.
To tell you guys had me laughing like hell earlier.
Good. That's our mission.
Yeah.
We're not here to inform people. That's a good side effect. But we're here to entertain and make people laugh. Have a good laugh about this fucked up world.
Let somebody else talk, and good talking to you guys.
You too, William.
Hey, man.
Be
Have a
safe,
good one.
man.
All right.
Nah, that was the last call.
Yeah, we're not gonna do another call. Sorry, guys.
Appreciate you, William. Though appreciate you.
William's a little long-winded, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah, it's like Trump.
I appreciate William's reasonability. Like he agrees, guy's guilty, but we can also talk about the nuance without fucking emotion.
Yeah,
relax.
Absolutely.
All right,
guys, we appreciate everybody for being here.
Yeah, let's just ride out. We'll do a promo, and then we'll shout out the chat.
Yes,
and then we'll fucking get out of here.
Yes. It's
been a good show.
Yeah,
good show.
Shout out the chat real quick. Lisa Marie.
Are you going from the top?
Yeah, I'm going from the bottom.
Okay. Misfit Ramdale. Rammy Ram
Shout
was
out to
in here.
Rammy Ram, man. Come on, man.
Yes.
You already know. Come on, man. Was in the building.
You dick. Now you're in Birdman category where I just shout out to Birdman.
Shout out to
you
Birdman.
Dick. You know I love you guys though.
Yes, absolutely.
Mr. Flint.
Mr.
Look
Flint
at
was
that
in
D
here.
walk in the building.
Hey,
PUWF.
You sober tonight, baby? Hey.
What's good from the PUWF? Yeah, are you sober tonight?
He be sauced up. He be sauced up, man.
Sauced. Ain't nothing else to do in fucking Michigan.
That's true. Yeah, it's either you get drunk or fucking join the Muslim Brotherhood. The fuck?
You join the fucking Black Israelites.
Yeah.
Or you get on a fucking Runyon Avenue and work for Trick.
Jesus. Shout out to
I might get killed for that last statement.
That was crazy. Wait, you know how we cleaned that up? Shout out to Trick.
Shout out to Trick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Booyah Squad, baby.
Stop.
I just shouted out the gang.
We could have left it where it was.
What the fuck did we just talk about?
I don't know.
I'm gonna come with a Booyah Squad tattoo on my knuckles next week. I ain't part of them.
Jesus, fucking change the name of the show. Booyah Squad.
Booyah Nation.
Oh man.
All right. Final Frontier, which was William. Shout out to William.
Shout out to Will.
Thanks for the great call.
Aussie Lisa. Terry
Strange. Made her first and final good point tonight.
Damn. Yo, why you always going at Terry, man?
Possibly. Me and Terry, we have a thing. It's unspoken.
Hey, what's already known ain't got to be said, you know?
Yeah, she's my nemesis somehow. Peter Ortiz. Never a nemesis, a good friend.
Yes.
Good friend of the show. I think that might be it.
Yeah, that was it tonight.
Aussie Lisa, we shouted her out.
Guys, thank you for, being here and putting up with this shit.
Yeah. And you know what? Another shout out to Come On Man, just to make him feel better.
Yeah, because another shout out will do it. What a dick.
Oh my God.
This is one of those people like, I bought this gift for you, but it's really for me. Ass nigga.
It's really so everybody can see me hand it to you.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
please.
He got him that? That's crazy.
And I put it in a bigger box than it actually is, so it looks more extravagant.
Oh, fuck.
Tom Boccio. We didn't shout him. He wasn't in.
Tom Boccio was here?
Yeah.
I didn't see him in here.
Yeah. Shout out to Tom Boccio. He just jumped in the last minute.
He said, damn, fuck y'all then. Yo, Tom Boccio, I ain't see you in here, bro. My bad.
I honestly didn't see a Tom Boccio chat. I'm always I have a fucking radar for Tom chats. You didn't call in with a Tom Som.
Yeah, word up.
You owe us 2 next week.
Yeah, put down the Modolo, bro.
All right, guys. Don't forget to go over and buy us a coffee if you haven't.
Yes.
Oh, pull up, buy us a coffee real quick.
Sure.
Please.
You want to put it up here? Or?
You can pull it up there.
All right. Actually, no, I don't have the password saved on there.
Oh, okay. Let's see if I have it.
You have it? All right.
Yeah, I'll see. Buy me a coffee. Over at Buy Me a Coffee. Sorry, I just fucked up the promo. Oh, wait. We're not signed in.
Oh, shit.
What happened?
Shout out to Jake Hudson with a...
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I'm in. Shout out to Jake, man. He threw us some shekels. He said, love you, bro. I think that one was for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that was for you.
Nah, it was definitely.
He actually told me that he wants you to know that he's now supported you financially, Skrill. $2.50 of that is yours.
So now he not only has he followed me and made my channel more popular,
Not even that. He's your day one
He's a day
subscriber.
He's day one, yes.
Literally the day one.
Yeah.
So Jake's really climbing the ladder, even in the SkrillKill world.
Definitely.
By the way, where can we find that?
You can find that at SkrillKill. That's Party, Twitch, and X. SkrillKill. Nice. Yes, absolutely.
And you can follow me at the Misfit. Oh, sorry. Jesus Christ.
Damn, it's right there. It was right there, my nigga.
Fuck me running.
Let's
get a moment where it
all
has
right.
to simmer.
That's
right. At Crishaun the Don. You can follow me there. You can hit up also me and Skrill on our X accounts if you want to book a little spot for the show, if you want to come on and debate with us or whatever the fuck. Just reach out to us on our respective X's.
Yes.
And shopmisfitnation.com. Go over there, grab some merch. That reminds me, I got to get Jake his stickers. Shopmisfitnation.com if you want to dress like us. Also, we will be moving to Rumble very soon. Very, very soon. We're talking in next month or 2, right?
Yeah.
Maybe even less than that. So get over to Rumble. Follow us on at the Misfit Nation. By the way, Hake explained it to me. It's 2 channels. So you follow both channels.
Okay.
Follow at Misfit Nation user page and at Misfit Nation channel page.
And at Misfit Nation channel page. Okay, cool.
And you should be in touch with us. And then we'll have more channels the more we grow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's that. Podbean, misfitnation.podbean.com. And that's it, Skrill. That's it. We are fucking out of here.
Peace.
Fuck off.